How's it going, everyone? And welcome to PowerExpress, where we take a look at the ins and outs of the Microsoft Power Platform. My name is Colby Tim, and today we're going to be looking at Powerapps controls and properties. So the first thing you'll want to do is make your way over to make.powerapps.com. Once you've got there, you'll just sign in with your credentials. When you're signed in, you'll be taken to this home page. So we're going to go ahead and click on Create on the left-hand pane here and select Canvas app from blank. Here we'll give our app a name. So in my case, I'll just call it Controls and Props. And I'm going to leave it as the tablet format. So hit Create. It'll take a few seconds to fire up. And the first thing we're going to see when it fires up is this blank canvas. So today we're going to be looking at our controls. So to access a control and add a control to your canvas, you'll hit this Insert button, and here you'll be presented a variety of different controls. So the really nice thing about this interface is you can kind of expand and collapse different types of controls. So let's say you're looking for an input control or a display control. You can even search for a control. So maybe we're looking for some type of text control. In our case today, we're going to be taking a look at the text label and the text input. So to add a control to your canvas, you can either simply click on it and it'll get added, or you can simply grab it and drag it into your canvas. It's really straightforward and intuitive. So the first one we're looking at is this text control. And so there are kind of two areas that you need to pay attention to when it comes to your controls, and those are the control properties. I say two because there are actually two areas to access your control properties. The first area is up top here, where you can kind of have this select drop-down list and select the type of property you're interested in, whether it be like the font or the actual text. In this case, it's already got text selected, so you'll notice here, if I go ahead and enter something in, let's say we want to get the first name of the user, you'll notice it changes in that text field. The second area to pay attention to is this properties pane on the right. And so this just kind of provides you a more user-intuitive interface to play around with, something you might be familiar with when you're playing around in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. You know, that it's a very familiar look and feel to it. So we can do things like text alignment. Maybe we want to have this centered, or maybe we want to have it right aligned. Maybe we want to give this a semi-bold font weight. Another thing we could do is maybe increase the font size. Maybe we want to have it 18, right? These are a variety of different controls you can play around with. You know, there's quite a lot of controls here. Maybe you want to toggle the visibility on and off. And then there's some advanced controls as well that you can play around with. And so depending on the type of control you're bringing in, the properties can differ from control to control. So just be aware of that. Not every control is going to have the same types of properties. And the other control we're going to look at here is the text input control. And so what this allows us to do is provide an area, a box for our users to enter data into kind of this text box. So the first thing we're going to change here is we're going to remove this default value, so text input. I'm just going to get rid of that. Reason being is that kind of throws in some dummy text into that text box, and I don't want the user to have to remove that text every time they enter their first name. So once that's gone, it'll go blank. And the next area we're going to do is we're going to add this hint text. And so this sort of just gives it like a placeholder so that the user's aware, oh, okay, I need to add my first name in this area. In our particular example, we could probably leave that blank because we do have the first name text label on the side here, but I'm just going to leave it as is for now. So if we go ahead and click this play button, which previews our app, you'll notice now if I click in here and enter my name, that hint, that text hint, disappears as soon as you start typing some text. So I hope you found this informative today, And I look forward to catching you in the next one.